in the presentation, basically what we will cover is why Aston University, the location that we are in London, the programs we offer, the requirements and the process. So very to the point. But at the end of the presentation, if you feel that I have missed any of the part, then do let me know and we could kind of cover that. In terms of the rankings and the accreditations and all, Aston is one of the very high-ranked universities in the UK. Aston is 21st in the UK as per the Guardian University Guide. Aston Business School is also top 1% of the business schools in the world, wherein they do have Triple Crown accreditations. Only 1% of the universities globally have these three accreditations together, which is kind of called a Triple Crown accreditations. Not everybody have that. Even a lot of Russell Group universities don't have these accreditations together as a group. Now, ranking wise for business school, Aston, it's 66th in the world for business and management as per the QS World Ranking. And the teaching excellence framework, it's also gold for Aston. Now, teaching excellence framework, so they do have they evaluate universities on the three categories, and all of the three categories Aston has gold, which means that is like the highest possible rating any universities could get in the TEF or the teaching excellence framework, and Aston has got that particular you could say the rating, which is again really good. And apart from this, location wise, so all of these things, they used to be kind of available in Birmingham campus, but it is now available in London as well. And the London campus that we have, it's located right in the middle of London. The area is called Aldersgate Street, which is right behind St. Paul's Cathedral. Very, very famous London landmark. About 7 to 10 minutes walk from St. Paul's Cathedral. So very, very centrally situated in the heart of London. All of the places that London is famous for, be it Tower of London, Tower Bridge, London Eye somewhere here, the Shard would be somewhere here, the Buckingham Palace somewhere this side. So all of these places, right, I would say very, very close proximity to the campus. Okay, in terms of the programs that we offer, so these 7 programs we offer at the moment for September intake. For the May intake, the first 4 programs are available, and all the 7 programs are available for the May intake. Now, MSc Business Analytics, MSc Global Business, MSc Cybersecurity Management, and MSc Computer Science. These 4 programs are available in May. Apart from these 4, MSc Artificial Intelligence, Data Science, and Business and Management, the 7 are available in September intake. Some of these programs are offered at 21,500, but majority are offered at 23,500. We, of course, have a lot of scholarships that we offer to students. Automatic scholarships for May intake, it's 3,500 to 5,500, depending upon the program that they're applying for. So tuition fees would then come down to £18,000. Apart from that, IELTS requirement is 6.5 overall, not less than, so one module could be 5.5. Rest all needs to be 6 bands with overall 6.5 bands if the requirement is 6.5. If the requirement is 6 bands for IT programs, in that case, overall 6 bands with 5.5 in each is what we ask for. Out of all of this, 3 programs are conversion programs, which is very easy sell. I think Global Business, Cybersecurity Management, and Computer Science. These 3 programs are complete conversion programs. Any background students could apply for these 3 programs. For rest of the programs, so for Business Analytics, we ask for minimum 2 quantitative subjects that they have studied in their bachelor's degree, which needs to be 60% or higher. For Artificial Intelligence and Data Science, student needs relevant bachelor's degree along with their maths needs to be 60% or higher. Same goes for the data science. So both of the programs, the bachelor's degree needs to be relevant and the maths needs to be at 60% or higher. For business and management, 1 quantitative subjects they should have studied in their bachelor's degree, which needs to be 60%, or if not, then they should have high school maths that they have at C, grade C. So this is kind of the requirements, Cognate as well as the conversion programs that we offer. Okay, we do have amazing IELTS waiver option. So I'll cover that in the next few slides. But in terms of the academic requirements overall, so we do ask for students to have at least 2:2 in their bachelor's degree, meaning for Indian standard, 50% or higher in their bachelor's degree, it is what we ask for. Along with this, the cognate requirement, subject-specific requirement that I've covered in the previous slides, that is also something that you need to keep in mind for particular programs. Apart from the degree, if the students, they are a recent graduate, meaning they have up to 3 years of study gap, then academic reference is required. Either if they have work experience or they have more than 3 years of study gap, then the professional reference letter is required. Both of them is not required, only one of them is required. So if they have work experience, then we do need professional reference letter. If not, then the academic reference letter. English language wise, like I said, either 6.5 bands or 6 bands, but we also accept a lot of other English language tests like Password, TOEFL, Oxford International, PT, and a lot of other tests that we could accept. However, we only accept the center-based tests, not the home edition for Aston London. So the only online test we accept, it's ELLT Digital, so Oxford International. Rest all of the tests needs to be center-based. So TOEFL, IBT only accepted, not the home edition, for example. Um, Apart from this, if any students, if they're not meeting the standard requirements, but they do have work experience, either 3 or 5 years of work experience, we could accept them based on their experience as well. So we do look at the overall profile of the students rather than just the percentage in their bachelor's degree. So if somebody who is not having 2:2, they have slightly lower percentage, meaning they have either the third class degree or second class lower division, but they have 3 years or more of work experience, we could accept them into the master's program on a case-to-case basis. Same goes for the students who do not have a bachelor's degree altogether, but they do have like amazing work experience. Either they have done a higher national diploma or they do have some sort of polytechnical diplomas and they have 5 years of senior level experience. We could accept them directly into the master's program, provided their experience is really good. You need to think of this as the work experience that the students are having. It has to be as good as a bachelor's degree altogether. If they have that and our dean approves, we can accept them for the master's program. Okay. Moving on
Yeah.
to the IELTS waiver options. So we can waive IELTS based on students' class 12th or MOI both together as well. So easy way to understand is that for CBSE, ICSE, if the students have 65% or higher in their class 12th English, with MOI, we can waive their IELTS. So class 12th English plus MOI, both is required. If the student have 75% or 70% based on their IELTS requirement, either 6 or 6.5 months, we can waive IELTS just with class 12th without MOI. But if they have 65, then we do need MOI as well. Any other state boards apart from the central boards, and they have 70% or higher in their class 12th English, with MOI, we can waive their IELTS. Any student, if they have less than 70% in their class 12th English from the state boards, they are not eligible for IELTS waiver. If they have higher grades or higher percentage, like 80 or 75, we can waive their IELTS without MOI just based on class 12th. Same goes for Nepal and Sri Lanka as well. For almost all of the other countries as well, we do have IELTS waiver options. This one is available on website as well. So if you need me to share the link, I could share the link so that you can go through different requirements country-wise if you are counseling any student for different country or like if you're talking to any different agents. For Nepal is same as the state boards. If they do have 70% or higher in their class 12th English, we can waive their IELTS with MOI. For Sri Lanka, we do need O-level English needs to be either B or C. If it is C or higher with MOI, we can waive their IELTS. And if they have B, we don't need MOI. Without MOI as well, we can waive their IELTS. Now, the MOI could be either the degree that they have received, and then the university is issuing a letter stating that the degree is in English medium, and so that is considered as MOI. Second option is if any student, they have work experience of over a year, they have worked within an MNC, MNC meaning that they should have operations in more than one country. If that is the case, and then if the company is ready to give a letter stating that the person has worked with us for over a year and all the business communication happens in English, we could accept that as MOI letter as well. So it could be either from the university or from the workplace if it is an MNC. If it is not MNC, then that will not work. So yeah, that's the IELTS waiver options. Scholarships we do offer, like I said, it's up to 3,000 to 5,500 pounds. And on top of that, on a case-to-case basis, we could offer additional 2,000 pounds if the profile is really good. Based on the profile, we could offer another 2,000 pounds scholarship as well. But the automatic scholarship all of the students get is 3,500 to 5,500, and the tuition would then go down to 18,000 pounds. Okay. Um, Moving on to the processes. So the process is very, very simple. It's actually simple than Hull, if I put it that way. So you submit applications from the same partner portal, but you submit all of the documents like the academic qualification, English language, reference letter. SOP is not mandatory, but rest all of the documents you have to submit as part of the application. Once that is done, student needs to pay either £1,000 deposit, or if they are ready, okay to pay complete £5,350. That is the precast deposit that students have to pay, 5350. Once that is done, and students have met all of the conditions that are mentioned in their offer, only then they will be eligible to get the cash shield link. So after all other conditions are met and they have paid £5,350, they would get a cash shield link. They then have to complete the whole enrollee process. All of the conditions are to be met. Like I said, the statement, the bank statements or the financial documents are to be uploaded. If required at this point, then they have to submit the personal statement. And after that, they need to complete compliance interview if required. Not all of the students will have this condition, but this will be on completely random case-to-case basis, automatically asked by enrollee to complete the interview. Now, the interview will be recorded on the enrollee portal. They have to record the interview, submit it at their own time, and then once it's assessed within 2 to 3 working days, they do get kind of the outcome of the interview. If any student, if they fail in an interview, they then need to, we have an option wherein we could ask a compliance team to take interview face to face as well once. But enrollee process is pretty straightforward, to be fair. Majority of the students do kind of just get through. Once all of those conditions are met, the cash shield process is done. We then issue the CAS and students can apply for their visa. For the enrollment, students must pay £9,350. So if they have paid only £5,350, then they need to pay another £4,000 to make the minimum enrollment payment done. Ideally, we always recommend that students pay about £9,000 to £10,000 before they get the CAS, so becomes easier for the visa process as well. But having said that, the minimum pre-CAS deposit is still 5,000 plus 350 registration fees. Here as well, when you receive the offer letter, you would have the tuition fees, the registration fees, and then there will be insurance. Like I said, insurance is not mandatory. Once you receive the offer letter, you can submit the acceptance form, and if the student do not want the insurance, we could remove that insurance as part of the process. But make sure that all of the documents, the moment student have paid any sort of deposit, all of the conditions are the documents are submitted either on the partner portal or via email, anything that works for you. This is pretty much it, guys. Yes, okay, dates and deadlines. So the May intake, we have moved to the end of June. I will share the updated deadlines today. It is kind of confirmed and I have that in my mailbox. I just need to send it to you all. I will share that with you. We do run 3 intakes, May, September, and January. The teaching model is that we have 1 day classroom, 1 day workshop. So 2 days a week, students are expected to come to the classes. It's a full-time studies. And yeah, so they do come, they do 2 days, morning till evening classes. And like I mentioned during the whole presentation, but students absolutely have to be present during this time, and attendance is like must. Okay, that's pretty much it, guys. Any questions? Anything you feel I've missed?